Good afternoon and welcome to the 2020 AIA South Carolina Design Awards. I'm your president this year, Meg Terry, and have enjoyed my time serving, even though it has been a little bit unusual this year. We hope we've made it the best we can, bringing you things like Aspire and now these design awards. We felt like it was really important to continue the tradition of this, even though we can't necessarily be in person together. We can be together this way and share all the wonderful work from our South Carolina architects across the state with you today virtually. Today we're led by our Design Awards Chair, Brian Sanders, who will come up here soon, and Frank Harmon from North Carolina, who will be leading our jury, which is super exciting. We always want this to be a way for architects to promote the importance of our profession across the board and the impact that we have on communities. And so there's no better way to do that than celebrating this wonderful work of people who we all know and respect, and their work as well. And so we're excited to start and kick off the Design Awards tonight, and I hope you enjoy our time. I don't have a drink in my hand yet, but I'm heading that way, and maybe you can settle up with some of your office mates or your family and watch this together and enjoy all the great things we're about to see. Thank you again for joining us, and I hope you have a great time, and we hope to be together next year in person to do this, but tonight I think you'll enjoy it. These guys have done a great job putting this together, and I'm so excited to see it myself. Sit back and enjoy.
Thank you, Meg, for the introduction, and thank you all for joining us for the 2020 AIA South Carolina Virtual Design Awards celebration, as we recognize outstanding architecture by designers from across our state. It's my honor to serve as director for this year's Design Awards for AIA South Carolina. As Meg stated, we certainly missed getting together in person for our annual awards gala. But on the bright side, more people can tune into this presentation for free. And you have the front row seat from your comfort of your own office or couch, and can enjoy whatever snacks or beverages you have on hand. First, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our virtual friend sponsors are Georgia Carolina's PCI, our regional chapter of the Precast Prestressed Concrete Institute. Another virtual friend sponsor is IMETCO, manufacturer of high-performance metal roof, wall, and edge systems and accessories, who have a short video for us. Our premier sponsors are Hill Construction, general contractor based in Charleston, also has a video. Harper Construction is another premier sponsor based out of Greenville, South Carolina. They also have a video.
We are builders. We are builders of walls and floors and roofs and ceilings. We are builders of beams and drywall and archways and doorways. We are builders who pour concrete, install pipe, hammer nails, and turn wrenches. All in the name of creating substructure and infrastructure and magnificent structures that help define skylines. We are proud, smart, savvy, honorable, and caring builders who thrive through the smartest construction of all, building relationships. And since 1950, that's what Harper has done. One wall at a time, one door at a time, 1 inch at a time, we have built trust. And that, more than anything, has built this company. Harper Corporation. More than anything, we build trust.
Design awards celebrate great architecture. But let's face it, as architects, our jobs really only require us to design buildings that satisfy the needs of our clients within a set budget and time frame. It's in our interest to reach the quickest design solution possible, right? Why stress about making it anything special? No, you wouldn't be watching this if you thought that way. We rely upon our own desire and will to design beyond the status quo, to dig deeper into our creative instinct, use up a little more ink and tracing paper to achieve that unique design you are truly proud of, one you know improves our world and will inspire others for years to come. So this event each year is our opportunity to recognize and reward our architectural peers in South Carolina for achieving that goal, for creating buildings that aren't just good enough. Design awards celebrate the great architecture. In 2020, with all the unknowns that have affected our lives, we were thrilled to see the same level of submissions as past years, with over 70 entries showcasing the high quality of design work that each of you, our members, are producing. The projects were broad in scope and scale, and as you see, we had wide representation of firms that will be recognized with awards today. This year, in response to AIA's commitment to climate action, AIA South Carolina Design Awards incorporated sustainability measures from the AIA Committee on the Environment, Top 10 Measures, now called the Framework for Design Excellence. For this year's Design Awards, we added optional questions on 6 of the 10 topics: designing for integration, designing for energy, designing for equitable communities, designing for water, designing for resources, and designing for change. The goal of including the Framework for Design Excellence is to promote the sustainable design work of our members and to support AIA's resolution for urgent and sustained climate action. To lead the jury review of our Design Awards entries this year, we're honored to have Frank Harmon, FAIA of Raleigh, North Carolina, serve as jury chair. Frank is a nationally recognized leader in modern, sustainable, regionally appropriate architecture. He was principal of Frank Harmon Architect from 1983 until his retirement in 2015. His firm won over 60 design awards, and Frank received the F. Carter Williams Gold Medal, the highest honor that AIA North Carolina presents to an architect. He continues to lecture at NC State College of Design and is author of the book and website, Native Places, a collection of thoughts and sketches that beautifully illustrate the value of looking closely at everyday buildings and places. Now, our esteemed jury chair, Frank Harmon, has some words for us and will introduce his jury.
It's good to be an architect in South Carolina right now. The state of the profession is a lively one. You appear to be serving well-informed clients with a stake in the future, imagination, and clients often with adequate budgets. We, the jury, were impressed by the variety and scope of projects, from modest schools to expansive commercial centers. In many projects, climate and place were paramount. We liked that. Thank you for the opportunity to study your work. Few things are more satisfying to an architect than reviewing the work of other professionals, especially in a state with as rich and varied history as South Carolina. It's like looking at an X-ray of the profession at a particular point in time. The overall standard of work that you submitted was very high, and we had long discussions about almost every project. If for some reason your project did not win an award, we strongly recommend that you submit again next year. Design decisions are at best subjective, and another jury might have chosen different winners. Now a word about the jury. I'm a great admirer of the profession in South Carolina and wanted to put together a group of North Carolina architects from firms that resemble the profile of firms in South Carolina. For example,
hi, this is Dennis Stallings. I'm a principal and design director at Clark Nixon in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm also a professor of practice at the College of Design at North Carolina State University. I just want to say how much I enjoyed seeing all of your work, and I very much appreciate being on your jury.
Hi, my name's Catherine McGurn, and I just moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I work at Niles Bolton Associates, and I really enjoyed judging all of your projects.
Hi, this is Sarah Queen. I'm an architect and a faculty member at North Carolina State University in Raleigh. It was an honor to serve on this jury for the AIA South Carolina chapter. The work was outstanding, so congratulations to everyone, especially the award winners.
Hi, I'm Edwin Harris, co-founder of Evoke Studio Architecture here in Durham, North Carolina.
I'm Billy Aiasc, also co-founder of Evoke. Thank you for the opportunity to be on the AIA South Carolina Design Awards jury.
Thank you.
all of us knew each other, we had great respect for each other, and the discussions were long and very interesting. Thank you again for letting us review your work.
We will begin with the Design Awards with the Student Design Award category. Projects submitted in this category are the work of students currently enrolled in an architectural degree program or those who have graduated since January of 2019. We had 9 entries in this category, and the jury selected 1 project to be recognized.
A project that is captivating in section but yet simple in plan. A modern design that is respectable to the surrounding architectural context of Genoa, Italy. In addition to an impressive presentation, the attention given to the existing circulation patterns allowed the design to successfully add to the site. The detailed section drawings and view diagrams complements the level of sophistication the design deserved.
The Honor Award for Student Design goes to the Genoa Food Lab, designed by Emma Hansen and Kara Jean Ammon of Clemson University School of Architecture. Go Tigers! Congratulations! The next award category is the Robert Mills Residential Award. Projects submitted in this award category include single-family residential projects or multi-family projects of no more than 4 units. We had 8 entries in this category, and the jury selected 1 project to be recognized.
The jury really appreciated the restraint and control of this small house along the beautiful tidal marsh of Bohicket Creek. Clearly building on the understanding of vernacular forms, materials, and building practices of the region, this quiet house lightly touches the site with minimal disturbance. The long, thin plan's orientation protects the house from harsh solar gains in the summer and encourages cross-ventilation throughout the year, creating what we imagine to be a very comfortable living space that connects you to the dynamic views, sounds, and smells of the tidal marsh.
The Robert Mills Residential Award Merit Award goes to the Bohicket House, designed by Chelsea Anderson Studio. Congratulations! The next award category is Interior Architecture. Projects submitted in this category should illustrate outstanding building interiors created by architects. We had 8 entries in this category, plus one that the jury moved from new construction to interiors, and the jury selected 3 projects to be awarded.
The Hayward Career and Technology Center Culinary Arts Edition is a small building that was added to a much larger complex consisting of an existing high school vocational training center. The jury liked the connection between the teaching kitchen and the outside and the amount of natural light into what is commonly a space buried in the interior of the building. We also liked how the small garden areas were incorporated into the wall sections.
A citation award for interior architecture goes to the Hayward Career and Technology Center Culinary Arts Edition, designed by Quackenbush Architects and Planners, for the client Richland County School District 1.
The building's interior is articulated in such a bold and innovative way. Each wall tile installation becomes its own authentic piece of art. The project's thoughtful presentation reflects the beauty of the design and concept. The detailed sketch of the lobby corridor becomes a representative tool that demonstrates the function of the light wells.
A merit award for interior architecture goes to the Hoffler Place, designed by LS3P, for the client Armada Hoffler Properties and Spandrel Development Partners.
The designers were thoughtful and strategic about when and where to insert warming wood interventions and pops of color to enliven the predominantly concrete backdrop. This juxtaposition allows the newly renovated library to feel fresh, light, and airy, thus breathing new life into a 30-year-old building.
The Honor Award for Interior Architecture goes to Richland Library, Maine Renovations, designed by Boudreaux in collaboration with Macmillan Pasden Smith Architecture, for the client Richland Library. Congratulations! The next award category is Adaptive Reuse and Historic Preservation. Projects submitted in this category include either a renovation within an existing building or a new construction that expands an existing structure or site. The intent of this award is to recognize thoughtful interventions or restorations that create a synergy between the old and the new construction. We had 13 entries in this category, and the jury selected 5 projects to be recognized.
The Garvin Garvey house was on the verge of collapse, and the jury was shocked about its level of decay. The rehabilitation represented an intensive and thorough investigation of the remnants to understand the original construction and its details. This investigation led to the restoration and reconstruction of large portions of the house to bring it back to its original form. The design firm should be commended for its level of effort and commitment to preserve an important part of our heritage.
A citation award for adaptive reuse and historic preservation goes to the Garvin Garvey House Rehabilitation by Medders Incorporated for the town of Bluffton, South Carolina.
This beautiful project, a very sensitive and inspiring renovation of a 1960s building, made me want to go back to school The architects who renovated Graniteville Elementary showed great empathy with the original architect's intent. Their additions appear as authentic as the 1960s structure. They also listened to the community and provided a state-of-the-art school that's good for at least another 60 years.
A citation award for adaptive reuse and historic preservation goes to the Graniteville Elementary School Additions and Renovations, designed by Goodwin, Mills, and Kaywood for the Aiken County Public School District.
While most projects are celebrated for what happens above the ground, 1649 Main Street stands out for the creative way it connects a subterranean space to the activity of the street. The opened-up space reveals a layer of the Main Street District's history, with the generous sidewalk cutouts allowing ample light to wash the old walls.
A citation award for adaptive reuse and historic preservation goes to 1649 Main Street by the architect Garvin Design Group for the client Main and Blanding, LLC.
Brutalist buildings are often extremely difficult to renovate well. The architects breathed new life into the building by taking cues from the existing building to create a new design which serves the current needs of the end users. The surgical insertion of the new entry lobby transformed a building which once evoked weightiness into a building which feels light and airy.
A merit award for adaptive reuse and historic preservation goes to the University of South Carolina Instructional Chemistry Lab building, designed by Watson Tate Savory in collaboration with EYP for the University of South Carolina and Al Lindsay.
The continuum is a remarkable transformation of the building type often ignored by architects and designers. Conceptually, the diagram of the building is incredibly clear. Great care was taken to allow the entry canopy to serve multiple functions. Not only does it mark entry, the canopy reinforces primary wayfinding for the building and reaches out to engage the landscape.
The Honor Award for Adaptive Reuse and Historic Preservation goes to The Continuum, designed by McMillan Pasden Smith Architecture, for the client Greater Lake City Community Development Office and Dr. Marion Fowler. Congratulations! The next award category is New Construction. This category includes the broadest range of building types, plus master planning and urban design projects are eligible for new construction. We had 29 entries in this category, and the jury selected 6 projects to be recognized.
The material palette of southern yellow pine, steel, and light-colored brick fits appropriately in its low-country surroundings. The articulation of the support spaces, housing bathrooms and offices as solid mass at the periphery of the plan, in contrast with the airy tectonic language of the central lobby spine, celebrates the beautiful public space at the heart of this project. This small building turned a mundane program, which is typically experienced as a glorified bathroom, into a welcoming gallery for rest and exchange. The jury appreciated how the central gallery is defined by its expressive warm roof, which lifts to the north to create a clear story of indirect light and extends out into the site with gracious entry porches.
A citation award for new construction goes to the Hardyville Welcome Center, designed by Leolio Architecture. For the client, South Carolina Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism.
The Western Carolina University Brown Dining Hall renovation and expansion was a remarkable transformation of a 1960 building that was completely reimagined to better address the existing campus and to take advantage of views of distant mountains. On a site that had a great deal of topography, the designers skillfully knitted new construction with old to create a new and vibrant building for the campus.
A citation award for new construction goes to Western Carolina University Brown Dining Hall, designed by Watson Tate Savory. For the client, Western Carolina University and Keith Corzine.
The Wando Mount Pleasant Library unfolds a large, simply organized program through a series of uniquely defined zones. Building materials and fenestration methods are tailored to each zone, creating specific spaces appropriate for each of the various generations of library users. The larger decisions are complemented nicely by an attention to detail that is helpfully illustrated by drawings and images. The oculus and other moments provoke the jury's curiosity and provide ample ways to connect with the surrounding environment.
A merit award for new construction goes to Wando Mount Pleasant Library, designed by LS3P for Charleston County.
This program type represents a population which architects and designers will increasingly need to consider as our communities continue to age. The strength of this design is its constant reinforcement of connecting the indoors and outdoors, whether infusing corridors with natural light or leveraging the scenic views via large expanses of glass in facilities' public spaces.
A merit award for new construction goes to Lewis Waring Jr. Senior Center, designed by Leolio Architecture, for the city of Charleston, South Carolina.
The jury was particularly excited to see how the design team for the Chapin Middle School integrated diverse, flexible, collaborative learning environments as both interior and exterior spaces. The SMART plan is organized around a spine which connects the two main entries to the three academic wings at the north and community spaces to the south of the site. The jury was particularly excited to see how the thoughtful sectional moments that happened along this circulation spine transformed the act of changing classes into a dynamic experience of being able to look from a classroom down into the gym and out to an outdoor learning space.
A merit award for new construction goes to Chapin Middle School, designed by Quackenbush Architects and Planners in collaboration with Perkins and Will. For the client, School District 5 of Lexington and Richland counties.
Architects and designers have long admired the simple, functional forms of aircraft. In this project, a major aeronautical training facility, the architect was inspired by the dramatic shapes and graceful curves of aircraft. A wing-like metallic skin wraps the building and gleams in the sun. Generous windows open to the site. The jury hopes that this project will inspire its student inhabitants to reach for the sky.
The honor award for new construction goes to Trident Technical College, South Carolina Aeronautical Training Center, designed by LS3P for Trident Technical College. Congratulations to all our winners today. Keep an eye out for the Design Awards issue of our SCA digital magazine on aiasc.org, where you can see all the award winners again and all teams involved. I'd like to thank a few key people that have helped plan and produce this event. We thank Frank Harmon and the design jury for their thoughtfulness and time invested in reviewing the entries. We thank our sponsors and our members for supporting AIA. We couldn't do this without all of you. We thank all the design award entrants for submitting such high quality designs for consideration. As Frank Harmon suggested, we encourage you to submit again next year if you did not win this year. And I cannot express enough thanks to Mr. Dan Schaefer, who labored many hours on the AV production of this presentation. A marvelous job, if I may say so myself. And then, of course, there's two dedicated AIA South Carolina staff members in Columbia, Adrienne Monterre and Tracy Waltz. Thanks to each of you for your hard work and dedication in coordinating these design awards and other events, but also keeping us all informed and in touch during this year, wherever we may be. Lastly, thank you all for joining us in celebrating great architecture designed by South Carolina architects. It is impressive to see such inspiring work being created around our state. Keep it up. Have a wonderful weekend, and we look forward to next time. Bye-bye.